Hello and welcome back. As promised, this week we are going to get into some sewing because I cut out all those patterns. There's some back there. I cut out all that fabric and I haven't started sewing any of it yet. But before we get sewing, I promise there will be sewing. I have the lane pants pattern that I want to make into like a narrower leg. I don't really know how to do it. I've never done this. And I did a little math. So hopefully we're gonna get it figured out. So I've got a single YouTube video of research underneath my leg and no pun intended, I know this is a pair of pants. And we're just gonna wing it. So let's try it. So I did the front of the pants. I realized that I was about to do it very incorrectly as I started doing it. So we made a little bit of an adjustment. I started by taking it. I calculated how much fabric was on the back of the leg versus the front of the leg because taking equal parts off would make it fit funny. Anyways, I started taking it all the way in, like 8 inches off or 8 inches total. And I went, that doesn't look right. That looks kind of weird. My leg's not really shaped like that. And I realized I needed to come in from both sides an equal amount. So we did that. So onto the back of the leg piece. I messed up the front leg, so that's not great. I took it in 1/2 inch too much, so I'm gonna have to redraw the front of the leg, unfortunately. So I'm gonna continue to use the one that I drew as a template for the shape. For the shape that I want the leg, because the side seams have to match, right? Right. So I'm gonna keep going, and then I'll do the front of the leg again. Boo. So, I need to move some stuff. I think I need to do some more research. So here's what's happening in my head. The angle, these need to match. This line needs to match directionally. But I also don't want to mess up the crotch because the crotch is different. And I started my angle over here on the front of the leg. So do I just match the crotch? I'm not entirely sure how to do this. Okay, so I've decided that since I figured out what the problem was, last night I ran out of time to do the pattern. I know what to do when I pick it up next time, but I'm tired and I don't want to work on making a pattern today. So I'm going to take my notes and the pattern and all of that. I'm going to recycle what I can't use. And I'm going to start sewing these shorts instead. I'm tired of cutting, and if and when I get to the Kindle cover, it won't take up that much space. I can use a little cutting board. So let's work on getting the cutting setup put away and get set up for sewing. So unfortunately, I need to change my serger thread. Now, I know a lot of people, they choose not to do this, and that's great. I love that for them. I love that they are able to use the same thread for everything, but I have that little voice in my head, aka my mom's voice in my head, that says you should match the thread to the project as best you can. Plus, I know that cone threads are expensive, but I have a giant stash of cone threads that are old, probably, but I have them. Where do I put these? And I have them in like so many colors. So the last time I changed the serger thread, it took me 2 hours to get it totally threaded. Now, I made a mistake when I did it, and I got antsy, and I cut all the threads, but I did not tie all the threads, so then I lost all of them. So I'm hoping that this time, when I tie these threads together, that they go through with no problem, and that I don't have to sit here and work on threading the serger for a long time. I would use the other one, but the knives are bad on it. And I still have not ordered new ones. So this is the machine that I get to fight today. And I don't have a deadline. I'm gonna, you know how we always say that like machines can smell fear? Last time I think it could sense that I was trying to sew something by a certain time. So since I'm not on a deadline today, I'm hoping that everything goes swimmingly. So everybody say a little prayer for me and this machine right now. I am gonna do the trick where you pull these out to let them through. I'm gonna do it slowly, and I'm just gonna hope for the best. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the good thoughts. It looks like it is working. I'm so happy I could cry right now. Ooh, after that last time I needed that. I needed that. So while I'm over here, the directions don't say to do this because it's gonna get turned in on itself. But if you can see how like this fabric really wants to fray, I'm not going to take any chances. I'm just going to serge as much as I can and finish seams as much as I can so that things last a long time and they wash up nice. So we're going to serge that. So I originally pulled out a lavender thread for this project. Let me turn around and move you. However, when I filled the bobbin up, this is what happened. Now, I'm not surprised that this happened. I am working through an old stash of like thread that is here. I know thread expires, don't at me, but I didn't have enough of this color to match the bobbin for the project, and that seems to be a running theme for me. So I pulled this one out, which is pretty close, but do you remember, or even if like you have like a pair of jeans, you know how jeans have all that top stitching in gold, typically it's like this color, or this more like orangey gold color. Typically they do their top stitching with some contrast, and I thought, do I have any colors that would contrast nicely? My first idea was to do black, but lo and behold, I don't have any black thread, which is shocking. There's probably some in my stash, but my stash is under 3 boxes and I didn't want to pick it up. So this is what the back looks like. This is, I mean, they're all going to be this color. So I went with the this like sea foamy color that is the same as, it's like a perfect match for this like sea foam color in it. So I think it totally works. It's going to be a contrast, and I guess I could have gone, I don't have a lot of yellow either, so I guess I could have gone yellow, but I think this probably overall is a better choice. Who knows? It might be a bold choice, but this looks like a pretty new thing of thread. So I'm crossing my fingers that there's enough thread on it. It feels new, so, and it looks new. It's not like the old shape like this. It's not like this. So I think I'm probably in luck. So now it's time to flip our pockets. I'm not gonna trim them because I just serged them. I guess I should press this. I guess I should turn the iron on. Got a little antsy. So this will be the second final pair of shorts I make. And once I finish the pants pattern, narrowing those up a little bit, because I don't love a wide leg pant. It's just like, I've never looked or felt my best in them. So I'm narrowing the pants. But so far, this is a drapier fabric than the chambray that I used on the last one. So I'm hoping that in the chambray version, I felt like they kind of A-lined in the back. I didn't feel like they like narrowed in the back enough for me. I felt like they were a little bit wide. So we'll see if something drapier like this works better. And if not, I can probably work on narrowing them. I don't think it'll be a big deal. So let's head over to the ironing board. So I have those ironed, and I've just got a lot of irons in the lane pants pattern fire right now. And what does this get? 3/8 inch. So anyways, I'm hoping to get a few pair of these made over the summer. They're easy to make. I've made these just a little bit longer. Why is this clicking? I've made these just a touch longer than the last pair, and so I'm hoping that plus the drapiness will make them really comfortable. So now we have a beautifully finished pocket, which honestly I think I forgot to do on the chambray pocket. I think the inside of that pocket is serged, which like thank God, but not exactly what the directions say. So I'm hoping to make some pretty good progress on these today. I might start the Kindle cover. I really want to start it, but as always, as far as what I want to get done versus what can actually get done in the time, it's kind of like my eyes are bigger than my stomach situation. You know, I don't know if you say that, but at meals, but I always think I can get a lot more done than I actually can. And so I have a couple of hours today to sew, and then I'm heading to the Muny tonight, which is the first show of the season. The Muny is a giant 11,000 person outdoor theater where you can see basically Broadway shows with people from Broadway here in St. Louis, and it's one of my favorite St. Louis traditions, and it is something that after I graduated college, my mom and I started going to the full season of shows, and it was like kind of a thing she and I did together during the summer. But after she passed away, I forced my brother and my dad to go. Now my dad likes theater, but my brother has been a confessed theater hater for a long time, and this is going to be his 3rd season going now, and I think he enjoys it now. So that's fun. And this first show is Hairspray, and then the second show is Shrek. It's a really great season. I'm very excited for it. So, next step. Let's see how much we can crank through here before I have to go to dinner in the Muny. Yeah? It's the next day and I am so exhausted. I was out until midnight because of the Muny, but it was so fun. Hairspray was so good. And so while I'm exhausted, I'm feeling really great. The musical theater like really just like fills me up and makes me feel really good. And it kind of like fuels my creativity when I get to see music and storytelling like that. But I'm back in the sewing room today and I was going to continue working on the shorts and maybe move on to the Kindle cover, but I have run into a problem, unfortunately. When you work with old fabrics and thrifted fabrics, sometimes you run into problems with said fabrics. So I'm going to show you the problem that I have. This is half of the pair of shorts. I had it all serged and I had it ironed and I was ironing it out so it looked really nice. And then I found this. I'm going to show it to you. I found this flaw in the fabric and it's like if it was on the front of the shorts, I think maybe I would just like put fray check on it or patch it and, you know, call it a day. But this is on the butt of the shorts, and I know that if I don't, I'm gonna cut out, I have plenty of fabric, I'm gonna cut out a new back piece because I know as soon as I ignore it and then try to put these shorts on, they're gonna tear when I sit down, or they're gonna, you know, something bad's gonna happen because of this flaw. So while I am bummed that I'm gonna have to tear this out because look at this. Look at this. Look at this beautiful finishing. It's just, it turned out so good. The seaming turned out so good and I'm gonna have to tear it all out and do it again because there's a flaw in old fabric and that is what it is. So next week I will show you my progress on these shorts and, you know, we're just gonna keep cranking through some summer projects and cutting things out and doing all of that. If you like these videos, if you liked hanging out with me, I liked hanging out with you, but if you want to hang out more, hit the subscribe button so you can get the videos, you know, in your notifications every week so you can see when they go live. I post every Wednesday and my Messy Maker dashboard is still on sale for a few more days. I'll drop the link below. It's a Notion dashboard that helps you organize like all your products. And even for somebody who's like kind of unorganized and kind of feels like allergic to organizing sometimes, it's a tool that I use to like skip the where was I on the project feeling. Like, you know, when you pick up your project and you're like, oh my God, I don't know where I left off. The goal of this product is to help you not do that. And it helps me a ton and I hope you love it too. It's on sale until through Saturday. So grab it while you can, and it's on a discount right now. And I will see you next week. Bye.